Cybercrime Cases from Complaint to Conviction. Before we begin, webinar is organized by Project CyberShield of Naksh Foundation in collaboration with SSJ and Subodh Law College, Jaipur. We are also deeply thankful to Priyanka Parekh ma'am, whose prompt response and seamless coordination played a key role in making this session possible. Her constant commitment and encouragement have truly strengthened. Now, to lead us into this important discussion, we are honored to welcome our distinguished speaker, Dr. Advocate Puneet Bhasin ma'am. Advocate Bhasin is an internationally recognized expert in cyber law and data protection and a pioneer of cyber laws in India. She has been awarded the title of Best Cyber Lawyer in India multiple times and currently serves as an honorary advisor to the United Nations.
Hear about them. But the most important aspect about cybercrimes is that, and in many cases, actually both. So there are so many times, a person may say, I have never been a victim, but there have been times you may have ordered something online and made a payment for it and the item never came. Something as simple as that is a cybercrime. Online stalking is a cybercrime. So many men and women are being stalked online. And, don't think that men are not stalked online. Men are also stalked online. I'll give you a case of a doctor. A young doctor, he was stalked online by a lady. And to the extent that the lady, simply went to the way that, if he doesn't give her attention, etc., she may commit suicide. So it's not just women who are at the end of stalking. There are men also at the end of stalking on the online platforms. Apart from that, number of cases that we see of online child sexual abuse, online sexual harassment at workplaces. So now sexual harassment is not a physical harassment. The subtle messages that may come on WhatsApp, on any working group, which can in a way be harassing, online pornography. Then apart from that, now nudification. So using AI applications, the kind of nudification that is occurring with respect to women's photographs, misuse of that, creation of false videos. So misinformation, defamation, creation of false videos, all of this which is being facilitated by AI, all of these are cybercrimes. So many times, yes, you have also relied upon misinformation which is being fed on multiple social media applications, WhatsApp, so much of information that is flowing which does not have legitimate origin. And many times is false. So as a matter of fact, most of this kind of misinformation stems from different nation state actors. And they are like campaigns which are launched in order to brainwash individuals, create opinion. So all of these are different forms of cybercrimes that are happening. So on a routine basis, you are being brainwashed digitally. So interestingly, I think, I have observed this. I don't know how many of you have, but, actual shared content on LinkedIn and Instagram has reduced. People are not sharing so much content about themselves. There are more content creators and influencers whose content is being promoted by these platforms. Now, why exactly is this happening? Because these platforms are not social networking platforms anymore. Apart from networking, they have become influencing platforms. So that is exactly where the influencer concept comes in. That is when they're monetizing on it. And, the way, as they say, data is the new oil, influencers are the new pipeline to it. So they are the ones who are, capturing your mind and filling your mind with data that is required to be understood by you in a particular perspective. So that is exactly the way you should perceive things, your buying habits, your value systems, your thought processes, your allegiance, including to a great extent your family life and relationships. So you may find it very interesting, but there have been a large number of cases wherein, there has been a generational shift where people don't want to have children or a one-child family. Marriage concept is reducing. So to a great extent, over the last 10 years, there has been a conditioning that has been happening systematically over social media for that. So about, very subtle, not, very brazenly in your face, but somehow or the other, a lot of you young people would end up, when you reach that stage, will end up thinking, okay, no, I don't think this is the right option. Or this is not, maybe having a child or maybe not having a child is better. I can enjoy life more because of a certain conditioning that is occurring. Now, as a nation, is it good if you don't have children? No, it's detrimental to the overall population of the country. So what tends to happen is you do not have enough population to carry forward a country, which is happening to a lot of countries globally. They actually are not having a population of young people. The population primarily is of older people, and obviously older people at some point of time are going to go through their entire cycle, and then when they are not there, there is no young population further to grow the economy. The economy moves on young population. So the entire mindset shift that has occurred among Indians, it has not happened over one day, it has not happened over 2 days, it has happened over years of conditioning. The same way conditioning pertaining to marriage, conditioning pertaining to Indian men, believe me, this is something I will tell you that, I have traveled to many parts of the world. And, there is a kind of a conditioning created in Indian women's minds about Indian men via social media, via misinformation, via a lot of things. So definitely there are cases of men violence against women there. I do not say there isn't crimes against women, but in the marital context, the concept of men being abusive towards women, Indian men being the most abusive towards women, is actually a sham. Now, why would I tell you that? In most other parts of the world, marriage as a concept itself has declined. The concept of husband and wife itself is a different thing. Does it even exist? India, still the concept of husband and wife exists. The highest cases of domestic violence are in certain countries of Europe. Ever Google up and see. Highest cases of domestic violence by men against women. Domestic violence is violence that occurs in a marriage. In India, that is not the case. The family structure has remained. Men actually remain in marriage for the family and the children, and so do women. So the concept of abandonment is not so common. I'm sure you are aware in most Western countries, abandonment is very common. Both go their ways, marry separately. So the concept of marriage has actually survived in India. And definitely, obviously, the male gender also has to be given for its credit for it. It can't only be because of a female gender. Male gender has also contributed to the family, the money required to raise the children, the father figure in a family. Yes, there are different disputes that almost couples everywhere around the world have. But despite that, the bond of marriage to grow a healthy family has continued in India. So is that a sign that Indian men are the worst men on the planet? Not really. As a matter of fact, I think they're the most marriageable men on the planet. So there are exceptions to the same. But on a general level, because there is a conditioning from childhood, they see their parents married. They see their grandparents married. They see marriages lasting for 30, 40, 50 years till the partners are alive. So what is the conditioning that marriage lasts? In many other countries, they don't see marriages lasting more than 2-3 years. So what is the conditioning for the children? There's always an option and a way out. So the concept of compromise, though many people say you should not compromise in marriage, but no relationship sustains without that. So this is a simple thing about misinformation. That the way, you see largely our country is projected that, there's so much of marital violence in our country. Marital violence by men towards women. Now, if that much of marital violence by men towards women occurred in the country, then I think all of you would not be healthy grown up. An OTP, do not download unknown apps on your phone. Ideally on your banking phone, never download any other app at all, not even any instant messaging app. Keep 2 bifurcated phones. Whenever any transaction has to occur, especially if there are senior citizens involved, have some family member who is well versed with digital transactions who can also give one opinion on that. So this as an exercise, educate your own people. And that itself will lead to the reduction in cybercrimes to a great extent. Because knowledge is power. The more you educate them, the more you educate about online stalking, then you will come to realize, okay, what I should post, what I should not post. A large number of physical thefts also, and even offline crimes that have taken a place against people are linked to digital platforms where people share details about where they are visiting, what they're doing, how they're doing, where they're working, where their family members live. So, when you start, there's a geostamp to everything when you post. So all of these details actually enable you to be profiled by potential criminals. They also know when you're traveling for a holiday to know when to commit a theft in your house. So educating your own relatives, I would say, is the first effort that each of you should take up. Educating them that if you are a victim of a financial crime, www.cybercrime.gov.in, please first go and make a complaint over there. of any other cybercrime, approach the nearest police station, make a complaint. If not, approach an advocate for the same, make a complaint. Thereafter, let the matter be investigated. Be rest assured, our police is very robust, believe me. Whatever the entire impression that may be created, if you would have read in the news the amount of crores of rupees that the police has actually recovered of financial frauds is massive. No other country has actually been able to do that. So, yes, we do have a very good functional NCRP system in order to block the funds, to release, recover the funds. We have the entire infrastructure. It is still developing. I wouldn't say it is a 100% developed system. But yes, if we have it, we should take advantage of it. As individuals, we should know that we can recover our money. These are the steps. If the money is recovered, frozen in any account, you need to approach the court with a return of property. You need to go ahead and get the money back, the entire legal route. So if once you explain to people that, there is a way that you can recover, then automatically that creates an awareness. So within 24 hours or within 72 hours, depending upon the amounts, if the transaction has been made through a bank or a credit card, you can actually, even if the transaction is made, it's only a digital money, you can actually go ahead and get the transaction reversed. There are RBI guidelines also in case of financial frauds, wherein up to a particular limit, the bank has to bear the liability for it, especially if there has been no negligence on your part. So then the does not have to be contributed by you at all. Same way, even in credit card transactions. So all of these things which I am explaining to you, you need to explain further so that people do not fall victim to cybercrimes. This is something that I would really want all of you to take up and do. And you can drop an email to me once you have actually done this exercise, the response that you have received on educating young children, your family members, elderly in the family. Young children, yes, very important for that. Before I conclude, the young children, it is very important that the education to them and to their parents, that do not expose them so much to digital media. The reason I say that most of it is addictive, it's meant to be addictive for children. And it leads to something what I call brain rot. So it's very, very important that children and their parents are educated on responsible use of digital media. It is necessary also that online gaming, online pornography access is not provided to children. Parents are educated to understand nowadays, even a lot of regular search engines have all kinds of content popping up. There are methodologies to block content. Parents need to do that so that children don't utilize their devices for going ahead and accessing this kind of data. Additionally, whom your children are chatting with, if they are on social media, ideally, I would say below 18 years, they should not be on social media. But still, it does tend to happen that there are a large number of children from school times itself in our technologically advanced age who are on social media. Because, ideally, by till 18 years of age, they are not fully exposed to the world or competent to understand right and wrong fully. So the chances on social media that they may get carried away by some pedophile, meet wrong people, get conditioned wrongly, a lot of things do exist. So in the case children are using social media, very strong monitoring of their social media, access, obviously parental access and verifiable access of parents, it's something which even the law is proposing now. All of that is going to come in that, children are not just there. As a matter of fact, some countries have also banned children from social media itself. It has already happened in some countries. So there is a very strong reason this is happening because, if your children's mind is tampered and manipulated and they are abused, they are the future of the country. So it's very important that parents and young children understand the importance of keeping your own mental sanity, protecting a child's brain so that they can actually be a valuable citizen to the country. So for children, senior citizens, elders around you, that's why I asked right in the beginning if this lecture is recorded so that you guys can also go ahead, remember, and in this festival season, take it up as an initiative that you will educate your own family, maybe in your own housing complex, you will go and educate about this. And I think that would be a great contribution that you guys would be making towards society. All the very best. And you can definitely follow my channel on YouTube. You can subscribe to it. You will be getting a lot of more videos. You can hear those videos. Go ahead and also thereafter, spread the word. Go talk to your relatives about those same issues, different crimes, so that they're all educated about it. And around mid of September, Industry Advisory Board for Data Protection, officially our charitable trust will launch. And you can definitely join as volunteers for the same. and take forward the word more and more. My YouTube channel, somebody has asked, the link is Advocate Puneet Bhasin, cyber lawyer. You can search for that. You would be able to find it. The same way on LinkedIn also. All the very best. Any questions, please feel free to
Thank you
ask.
so much, ma'am, for that incredibly informative and eye opening session. Your insights have certainly sparked a lot of thought among our attendees. Now, we would like to open the floor for the question and answer session. This is a great opportunity for all of you to ask your queries directly to ma'am and seek clarity on any aspect of cyber prevention, investigation, or reporting. If you have a question, please feel free to drop it in the chat box. We will take them one by one.
I think there may be no other questions.
Ma'am, Samir Dubey is asking that what was the name of that internship that you have mentioned before?
Every level with different companies, with individuals. So that has a volunteering option. And mostly around 15th of September, it would be live. You can definitely go ahead right now. If you are interested, you can drop me an email on my email ID. I will share that on the chat bot. And accordingly, once the site is live, also you can check on the same and you can apply over there.
Ma'am, there is one question by Tanmay. In today's world,
Pardon?
in today's world, cybersecurity in sense of privacy has become volatile. So, how to tackle that? If you may enlighten.
Well, it is volatile is not the point. It is not there and non-existent. It is very difficult to actually even have it at this point of time. The concept of privacy, especially when you're using multiple applications which are breaching privacy. So they are recording your voice. That's exactly how AI frauds occur because there are your voice samples, video samples, everything available. So I don't think there is any way that you can prevent it at this point of time without there being responsible corporate ethics and actions by organizations all over the country. The government, which has already imposed on all foreign countries also to go ahead and comply with the Indian Data Protection Act, Indian companies to be responsible towards Indian data usage in the right fashion, and common man to be well aware that his privacy is to be valued and what he should do, how he should handle his data. I think these components put together is what would lead to it.
Ma'am, there is another question. How to do current cybersecurity laws adapt to the rapid evolution of cyber threats and technologies like AI and quantum computing?
So, well, law in the technology space is an ever developing space. So, if you will see, even yesterday, the bill on the online gambling and banning all forms of online games with money has already been passed in the Lok Sabha. Soon it will be before the Rajya Sabha. So, because it's not like laws like the Indian Contract Act or Transfer of Property Act, where the concepts don't change, where the crimes don't change like IPC. So this is a very evolving field, and yes, I can definitely see that even the legislative bodies are constantly evolving laws to keep pace with the changing scenario.
And there is one more question. How safe is public Wi-Fi and what precautions should people take while using it?
Public Wi-Fi is not safe. There is no precaution that you can take in that. Ideally, don't use it.
So there is no further question. As we draw the curtain on today's session, it's time to pause and extend our deepest gratitude. First, a sincere thank you to our speaker for not just delivering a lecture, but for opening our eyes to the very real facts, how to handle cybercrime cases, and proceeding to conviction. The way his topic was broken down, backed by real world insights and practical advice, made the session truly impactful. We are grateful for your time, your expertise, and your commitment to public awareness, ma'am. A big thank you also goes to SS Jain Subodh Law College, Jaipur, for collaborating with us for this session. Also, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Professor Dr. Gaurav Kataria, Principal of SS Jain Subodh Law College, Jaipur, for his unwavering guidance and support. His leadership has been instrumental in encouraging such meaningful initiatives, and his vision continues to inspire students to actively engage in the field of law and social responsibility. Sessions like this aren't just events on a calendar, they are a reminder that knowledge is our first line of defense. And when we come together like this, we are not just learning, we are building something stronger, a more aware, more resilient society. Before we officially close, a quick reminder, please take a moment to fill out the form. It's mandatory, but more than that, your feedback helps us save better sessions going forward. Once again, thank you all for being with us today. Let's carry forward what we have learned, share it with others, and stay alert in a world that's changing faster than ever. Take care, stay safe, and we will see you in the next session.